Hi guys, welcome to another PKTV production. Hi there, so this is the Nvidia Sheild tablet, as you can see right there, and this is my review of this particular tablet. So I've had this for a few months now, so it's about time I actually gone and actually showed you what's good about the Nvidia Sheild tablet.
The Nvidia Sheild tablet. So this is the tablet that is pretty much the budget and the most performance gaming tablet out there today on Android and pretty much any other tablet out there. So pretty much the greatest thing about this is that it is the best, most portable gaming device out there for Android, as well as it is quite a very good tablet as well. Now you can see all the ports at the side here. You've got the curves in the screen and that type of stuff. You've got like a flat, solid structural look to it. So you've got all your ports on the side there. You've got the pretty much a plastic bezel around the entire way, but it feels actually really solid. But this is the Nvidia Sheild. Now there's the accessories you have with this, but it's one thing I want to have a look at is how good this actually performs in general, and is it worth getting in terms of being a tablet as well as a gaming device.
Let's look at a few features here of the Nvidia Sheild tablet. So first up, design. Now this comes with one of the covers, but you can get the bundle separately or with the actual tablet. I actually got it with the tablet, as you can see right there, but essentially we've got our two places here where that magnetic cover actually attaches, as you can see right there. So overall the screen is really nice. It's a 1900 by 1200 resolution, so it's not the 1080p screen, it's slightly above that, which is really nice, but you can tell it's a really nice IPS display. Colors aren't as badly washed, but as a gaming tablet it's actually quite good. It's pretty much stock Android in a lot of ways. So this is running pretty stock version, as you can see. I'll show you the actual version. You can see we're running the latest and greatest version of Android there, 5.1. So this is obviously the Sheild tablet. In every way possible, I have to admit, with this particular build of Android, it is so close to stock, it's not funny. As you can see, this is what you would find on a Nexus device. So if you've ever looked at a Nexus tablet or any Nexus in general, you'll see this is very similar in every single way that you could possibly have an Nvidia device. Now, as you can see right there, it's pretty fluent as well. So you can say stuff like, "Okay Google," and it will, "What is the weather today in Brisbane?"
Today's forecast for Brisbane is 21 degrees with showers.
Alright, obviously I have it on the UK version because that's the closest thing I can get to, obviously, an Australian version of this. But yes, that's 21 degrees, obviously. In Fahrenheit, that's 69 degrees. So yeah, it looks pretty damn sweet, as you can see right there. Okay, let's talk speakers. So these are rocking a dual stereo speakers here on the side here, and one thing that all tablets need is dual stereo speakers, and these really do pop. Not in a bad way, but they do pop in a good way. So if I go into music, a little bit of music, to see exactly how you guys can hear how good it sounds. Here it's a really good sounding speaker, as you can see right there. We can pretty much determine that this is a really nice sound quality that comes out of these speakers. For the price you pay for these, it is actually really good. Now let's take a look at obviously the Stylus feature. This is a brilliant feature. So if we go into Dabbler right now, using the Nvidia Shield, I've actually drawn this to see what how good the drawings would be, that type of stuff. But you can pretty much go as lightly as you like, or really thick as you like that, which I think is really cool. So let's take a look at the video quality of this. Video experience for a tablet this small is actually quite good because you're getting the speaker quality as well, and it is pretty immersive. So if I go through here, you can see Avatar right there.
Me and Norma here to drive these remotely controlled bodies called avatars, and they grow from human DNA.
As you can see right there, you got some pretty damn good viewing angles as well, even though the screen is incredibly reflective. That is probably the biggest downside of this tablet, is the very, very reflective screen. As long as you're in a dark room and that type of stuff, you can really get some good visuals in this particular thing for actually watching movies and that type of stuff. So this is the Nvidia Hub. So this is the Nvidia shop that you will see all the new releases for any type of Nvidia game that's available. You can go into every category, so it will show you the controller-based ones that you can have. If you're familiar with Nvidia, this is pretty much the store you'd go to get these type of things. So the games I have on this particular one that came with this particular tablet was the green box, which came with Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and Portal, as well as Trine 2, which comes pre-installed on a device. You can't actually hook it to your Play account. It actually comes with the device firmware only, and you pretty much, once this tablet goes, you basically lose Trine 2. The only way you get updates for Trine 2 is through firmware for this particular tablet. Gaming performance is pretty sweet. So as you can see right here, I've got Doom 3 as well. It's one of the newest ones that have come out, that's come on this particular thing, but I've got other things here like Shadowgun, the Tegra edition. I've got GTA SA, we've got Nvidia Shields, mostly all their games, including Modern Combat 5 and a few Sega games, as you can see right there. So even DuckTales I've got in there. But I'm going to show you how this works with the controller, as you can see. The games here, so this is obviously Doom 3, so this comes with Doom 1, 2, 3, all on the same game. So let's bring her up and let's get into a game. You can see right here the graphics are pretty sweet. You can see right there. If you ever remembered Doom from the day, this is pretty much it, the full PC version. As you can see right there. It runs pretty well. I'm not going to say it's bad at all. The gaming performance overall is pretty sweet.
This is the Nvidia Shield controller. Let's take a look and see what's so good about this particular accessory and why it's a must-have with this particular Nvidia Shield tablet. Here we go.
Controller itself is really nifty. It's really comfortable to hold. It's got things like volume up and down, as you can see right there. You've got even like a mouse pad as well, which I think is pretty snazzy, and you click it to actually get to it. You have some decent analog sticks there. The buttons are actually really nice to feel, as well as you've got a start button there. It activates Google Now, but it also acts well in the grid gameplay, which I'll get to in a sec. This is the on button, this is the back button, as well as the home button right there. At the side here we have a headphone jack here, in case you want to be able to listen to this and be able to use the controller as well. You can actually, it's mostly for console mode, but you can do this with your tablet as well. You can plug directly into here in case you don't want a long wire coming from your actual Sheild tablet, as well as a micro USB port to actually charge it. You've got the 2 trigger buttons here, as well as 2 secondary, and they work really well. It's fairly hefty, but very comfortable to use as a remote, as a controller. Okay, so one thing about the actual controller, you can actually use any USB controller or Bluetooth controller, whatever, but with this, it actually uses Wi-Fi direct. So essentially, it will connect via Wi-Fi to actually connect to this tablet. Now, you do need to have Wi-Fi enabled. So if you're on a plane and you're not allowed to have, Wi-Fi and everything on, you have to be in airplane mode. If you're unlucky to be on one of those planes, then it's going to be an issue. But most cases you can actually plug in here directly into here if you have an OTG cable. If I got one of those around here, so if you got one of these OTG cables, you can plug it into there and you can plug the other thing into here. The only difference is you won't be able to charge that while you're playing if you're wired in, but it works in the similar way there. So you can go into airplane mode and you can plug this in wired. Camera wise, it does have a lot of good features here. You can actually go into settings right there and you can choose everything from your resolution, quality, everything like that. It goes up to a decent video quality, so you got 1080p from the rear there. You can get about 720p from the front facing one. Photo resolution, you're getting about 5 megapixels, but you're not getting this to take photos with, let's put it that way. So if we go back here, you've got facial detection, you've got your pinch to zoom, you've got your sounds that you can put in there, you've got buttons for shutter, you got even stuff advanced as HDR. You've got the ability to switch camera, as you can see right there. Hey, how you going? And you've got modes like single shot, burst mode, and you can switch between video and, of course, pictures. So if I take a photo here, boom. It takes pretty decent photos. It's not too bad, but if you like holding up like this and actually taking photos, then yeah, it's a good thing to have, but most of the time it's actually quite good. Alright, so if you're going to connect this to a TV, you're going to need one of these. These are mini HDMI to HDMI cables. You can pick these up from anywhere, from eBay, or if you're in Australia, JB Hi-Fi, in America if it's Best Buy. So you can pick these up fairly cheap. We're looking between, $10 and up, depending if you get a decent one or not. This is a fairly long one, as you can see right there, but it's really useful and really easy to have for console mode. It is a must to have for console mode, sorry. So let's take what you want to do. You want to take this end here. If I can get that in focus, probably not. And you want to plug this in like so. That. And then you put the other end obviously into your TV. So let's do that. This is what happens when you plug in. As you can see right there, you can actually choose between 2 modes in this case. So we're going to actually go with either a mirror mode or a console mode. I'm going to go with console mode, so let's go in right now. But you can particularly mirror between devices if you want to do that. Now, the one downside that I have about console mode is that it has this. Now, it takes forever. It can take about a minute, 2 minutes. Sometimes it's quicker, depending on the TV you have. It just takes a very long time to actually complete. As you can see right here, it's taking a really long time. And I'm going to skip ahead and we'll wait till this actually connects. Okay, so we're finally in console mode. So the other thing that's really annoying is that it doesn't actually unlock the tablet, it locks the tablet. So I actually have to put my code in, so give me a sec. Okay, so it kind of crashed on me, so this is one of the other annoying things about the Nvidia Shield, is that it will do a random crash here and there, and it's incredibly pain in the ass most of the time, so there we go. As you can see, when console mode actually works, you can actually do stuff. So here we want pretty much, depending on your television, so this is a 4K television, so the resolution is pretty much at 4K, but this is the screen that you get presented with essentially when you actually want to do something. So if I press the home button, I will go back to the home screen. I am pressing the home button. Eventually it'll get to the location I need. Oh my god, it's working. Alright, so basically here we are. This is in a 4K resolution, as you can see. Pretty snazzy. So yeah, let's load up some Doom 3 and I'll give you a shot at what it looks like in gaming. So this is obviously in console mode, so it's going to run at the full resolution of your particular TV. Now in this case, it seems to be getting its sound directly from the tablet. Oh no, it's coming through the speakers. Awesome. So this is obviously Doom 3 yet again. So we're going to look at the gameplay over a 4K resolution or a 4K TV. I think it may or may not be in 4K resolution for this particular game, because it's based on the game that you will get that type of resolution. So I'm just wanting it to start, please. Okay, so this is Doom 3, so let's take a look at the settings here. So basically there is a few settings, but there aren't any resolution settings or anything like that. So we'll go into a campaign, load up a physical game, we'll go into new, go into Doom 3, we'll go in as a recruit, and here we go.
Is the largest corporate entity in existence. Originally focused on weapon and defense contracts, new ventures have expanded into biological research.
Excellent. See that Counselor Swan is sent directly to me.
So you can see the quality is pretty good for a tablet. So this is running natively, so this is full Doom 3. You can see right there, it's running natively on a 4K television. Whether or not this is in 4K, I don't know, but the actual resolution is, for the particular display itself, is running in 4K, so we'll see. We'll see how this runs. So the TV does say it is running in 4K, so if this is 4K, then it's doing pretty well. So here we go, this is Doom 3 running natively. Obviously this is one of the Android native games, as you can see right there. But yeah, this is a pretty good port, and this is running natively on Android, as you can see right there, which is blow away to me to actually see any type of PC game running flawlessly on a mobile operating system. Granted, this is a very old game, so yeah, this runs pretty well. Like, I'm on the controller right now, as you can see right there. I'm running through here, working pretty well. So yeah, this is pretty much a native game, so I'm going to go through and see what else we can do with console mode. Thing I want to show you here, so you can actually set the HDMI settings here. You can actually set it to actually go to a 4K console mode. So I already had this set by default. So pretty much if you have an ultra high definition television, this is the option you want to tick for console mode to make the use out of the 4K abilities of the Nvidia Shield tablet. Okay, let's take a look at grid games here. So there's a few grid games as you can see right there. So there's fair few of them. So let's pick something that's worth picking out of the bunch here. So let's go with a little bit of Dirt 3 here. So this is a full-on car game. So I'm going to play that one. Right, so it's going to analyze the network and see if you can actually play grid any well or any bad or any good essentially. So it's going to go through its check. So this is in console mode still, as you can see right there. Grid, to be honest, is really good as long as you have a really high quality internet connection. So I'm just going to go through, obviously it's launching Dirt 3 at the moment, the complete edition, so we're going to check it out and see how well this runs. Okay, so this is natively running, or it's streaming from the grid service Nvidia has. So I'm going to press, obviously, the start button here. It's going to take me through.
Welcome to Dirt 3. I'm Ellie, your business agent, and before we move on, let's get your details for the contract.
Alright, so this is loading right here. Finally got a game. So this is amazing how this is being streamed through grid service. One, when you get it working, the grid service is really awesome. Now this is streaming. This is not even on a PC. It's streaming off the internet directly from Nvidia's Nvidia's servers. And look at that quality. Okay, here we go. Okay, latency is a bit shoddy, but it's pretty good considering. And my internet connection is probably not the best in the world, but I can play this game. Like, it's not like it's not unplayable, but it's just a little bit laggy. When you're playing on a car game, it's critical that you don't have that lag, but it's playable, as you can see right here. So that's pretty much grid, so let's take a look at another part of the loveliness of this tablet. One thing I also love here is this has actually got a microphone here, so if you're sitting back from the television and you want to actually say something like, "Okay Google, tell me the weather in Brisbane tomorrow."
"1 degrees with showers."
There you go. So that's pretty much console mode. I'm not going to go into depth as I've pretty much shown you pretty much a lot of what you can do with console mode, and it does work really well. The only down part is obviously the crashing that does occur. It doesn't always happen, but when it does, it's a pain in the ass. But once you get it in and it does get working, it works solidly. So that's one good thing about console mode and also the grid network in general.
Right, so with all the tablets out there, is this worth what the price tag is? So we're looking at around 300 US dollars, depending on what you get. That's about 400 Australian dollars. Now the bundle will set you back about 399 US dollars. That's approximately going to set you back in Australia about $560 Australian. So you're looking at a pretty decent tablet for the price. If you want it as a tablet, it's actually really, really good. For the price you pay for it, it really is hard to say the negatives actually defer the fact that it has a really good tablet experience, a really good gaming experience, a really good video experience, even a very good sound experience. It ticks all the boxes, as well as the price. It is a very robust tablet, but in all honesty, it's worth every penny, because it is a tablet that will cater to anyone. If you're a gamer, it caters to you. If you want to be a gamer on the go, it caters to you as well. It caters to the normal tablet people as well. So if you're looking for an excellent Android tablet, this is the way to go. OTA updates will, from Nvidia, come pretty much a few weeks after stock Android gets it. So pretty much if you look at something like a Nexus, that pretty much gets an update, and then a few weeks later Nvidia will release the update for the Nvidia Sheild. So, and you're also constantly getting updates for the specific firmware on this particular controller as well. So you're looking at really decent hardware for a decent price. So overall, if you can put up with some of its imperfections, there are a few of them, and a lot of them happen to be crashing types of things. If you got that type of stuff in there, if you're okay with that, with the console mode crashing sometimes, when it works, it works. That's what you need to know. And when it works well. It's the only device out there that I can tell you that has excellent game streaming abilities. If any of you have experience with OnLive, Nvidia Grid blows it away. This is definitely the perfect tablet for anyone that wants a tablet, essentially. You're going to get everything you want in a tablet for a decent price. So check it out. Overclockers.com will have it if you are outside of the US. They get a really good deal there for the bundle, and you're pretty much going to get a good tablet for what you want. So yeah, this is the Nvidia Sheild tablet, the 32GB 4G model. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers.